Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund and AAA Minneapolis.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. After a 2-month search, the Edina Fire Department has hired a new fire marshal. Rick Hammerschmidt stepped into this role in mid-April. He previously worked for the Golden Valley Fire Department as both a deputy fire chief and a fire marshal for more than 2 years. Prior to that, he spent 30 years with Eden Prairie's Fire Department, where he worked with Edina's current fire chief, Tom Schmitz.
Two things. Here's a guy that's qualified for the job, and I know Rick from my years at Eden Prairie, and know he's a really, solid guy. He's calm, and he puts his head down and gets the work done. So I'm really excited.
So I worked alongside him as an assistant chief, and then eventually worked directly for him. And Tom's a great guy, very knowledgeable, great experience. Great opportunity. I'm looking forward to it.
Schmidt says he expects Hammerschmidt's transition to go smoothly. Since the fire marshal oversees making sure buildings are up to fire code, one of Hammerschmidt's first tasks will be getting acquainted with the numerous construction projects currently underway in Edina. Before they can be hired by a law enforcement agency, every officer in Minnesota must go through training. Edina TV's Joshua Schmidt has more on how the Professional Peace Officer Education Program prepares officers for their future roles.
They just almost got me, and I'm not going out there again. I'm not going to let them get me.
It's situations like this one.
You have to put your hat on, and you have to put your deflector weapons out like this.
That Edina Community Service Officer, Trenton Silbernagel, is training to deal with.
The major thing that really got me into law enforcement was I've always wanted to help people that can't help themselves.
Shooter ready?
Although police are trained to use weapons and tactics, their first response is to use their words.
We do a lot of training, such as response to the mentally ill. We'll do firearms, a lot of report writing. They expect a lot out of us.
We try to put in place a training that mirrors as closely as possible a scenario that an officer may find themselves in on a daily basis.
Retired Officer Jim Rigg is one of the many trainers at this program offered through Hennepin County Technical College. Rigg says the role play allows trainees the chance to experience what working officers have seen in the field.
I'm not going to hurt myself.
We try to induce stress along the process, oftentimes with the intent of trying to find those areas in which a student breaks down.
You sit down first. You sit down first.
Sitting down.
Trainees are broken down to help them identify their own weaknesses.
We try to provide experiences that many of these instructors and role players have experienced in the field in the agencies in which these particular candidates are going to be hired in.
Every day is different. You don't know what the teachers are going to throw at you on any given day.
And when asked how he feels about his future as a police officer, Trenton had this to say.
I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see where my career goes.
From Hennepin County Technical College, I'm Joshua Schmidt, Edina TV.
Once the training is complete, officers must take and pass the post-licensing exam before applying for jobs. Edina and Eden Prairie Police Explorers recently won a prestigious award from the Northern Star Council. Out of 83 Explorer posts from across Minnesota and part of Wisconsin, Post 925 was awarded Post of the Year. The group was honored for its commitment to exploring, teamwork, and community service. The post is made up of 25 Edina and Eden Prairie students ranging in age from 14 to 20 who are interested in law enforcement careers. Post 925 has several advisors from both the Edina and Eden Prairie Police Departments, including Police Officer Nicole Frederick.
Our explorers, they had put dedication into the city, into the program, and we're just really proud of them, and that's why they received this award, is their hard work and dedication.
If you know a young person interested in joining, check out the city's website. The Post meets every Tuesday evening at the South Metro Public Safety Training Facility in Edina. With temperatures rising, it might feel like a good time to take a bike ride. AAA Minneapolis wants to make sure you know the best ways to prep your gear and ride safely. The first thing you should do is to check your gear if you haven't been riding regularly. Make sure your helmet fits properly, your bike's brakes work, and your tires are fully inflated. Second, increase your visibility to motorists. Wearing neon clothing and placing reflective tape or flashing lights on your bike makes you easier to spot. At night, it's actually illegal to ride without these features. In addition to riding with the flow of traffic, AAA Minneapolis spokesperson Madison Van Gundy says the most common mistake both cyclists and motorists make is not turning their head.
Each person should treat a bicyclist as another vehicle. Make sure you give them 3 feet of space when you're trying to pass them, maybe even more than that if you're going at higher speeds. If you're going to make a right turn over a bike lane, make sure to look over your shoulder. For bicyclists, continuing straight. Same for if you're parked on the side of the street, look over your shoulder before opening your car door. Those are some common causes of crashes.
Finally, using correct arm signals while riding your bike can indicate to motorists what you're planning. For instance, if you want to turn left, extend your arm to the left. The same rules applies for turning right using your right arm, or you can extend your left arm at an upward right angle. To signal you're slowing down or stopping, extend your left arm in a downward right angle. Enjoy safe bicycling this spring and summer. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.